Hey guys, Strike here, and welcome back to Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. And in the last one, we gave up our quest to save the entire fucking world to make some old ungrateful arsehole able to walk again. And now, for the exact same old ungrateful arsehole, we're gonna delve into the ruins of Harval's Dorsil, or whatever the fuck. I have no idea how to pronounce that, and I never will. But apparently, there should be some dead old lady in here who is, for one, absolutely insane, and two, obsessed with, I don't know, animals' bodily fluids. That's what tallow is, right? Like, it's one of the better bodily fluids to be obsessed with. Not that there is one that I would consider good, but at least I think it's, what is tallow? It's like sort of the fat, right? Like the milky fat that you use to rub on swords or something. Also, why is this game so painfully loud? There we go. It's never normally that loud. I didn't even lower it. I don't know why I said there we go. But, whatever. Hopefully it will stop making my ears bleed pretty damn soon. And we can go about our business. What do we got here? Noble's Handwrap. You're almost not even worth it. I don't think you're going to be worth enough money to bother taking. Plus, if I ever pick up another item again, the gods of all that is sexy will bring down the most immense punishment on my ass. And I don't really want to be dealing with that right now. I can probably only open that from one fucking direction, which is very sad. And I kind of didn't really expect this place to be a dungeon. I expected it to be one of those things that is behind a dungeon door, but ends up basically being nothing. Ends up being like one room with a cool thing in, and then you are done. And I'm kind of upset that, but in all this effort, killing a shitload of corpses, was the lady just hanging out with you the entire time? How exactly did she have time to master the art of, I don't know, mammal insides when she's constantly having to escape the zombie army that only ever wants to affect her and nothing outside for some reason? They really fucking hated that bitch for some reason. I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know. But hey, maybe she is all of these people? I don't know, maybe she had the chance to, master a few more fucking arts, like ripping off her own skin while she was becoming the god of all blacksmiths, even though no one knows about her except that one fucking light elf that nobody likes. I'm gonna get slightly more naked. I'm gonna take off my hoodie because I always think that it's gonna be freezing when I start a session, and it ends up being boiling within the first 2 fucking minutes. So I'm gonna take that off. I am now even sexier, and I am gonna turn on the fan and hopefully not freeze to death. Okay, now I'm too cold. Why do you do this to me, world? Why do you just want to make me suffer no matter what after all I've done for you? And now I'm gonna pick another fucking chest. Ugh. I am so done with this lockpicking minigame. Can I just level it up to the max forever and never, ever, 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 ever have to do anything ever, 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 ever again? I just want to auto-attempt my way through it all. Except very hards. I'm willing to do very hards, but they, like, barely exist even this deep into the game. So, I'm sure that wouldn't be too painful. Don't get me wrong, it would still be absolutely fucking agony. But, at least I wouldn't have to do it every 2 minutes and snap lockpicks on things that I should never, ever, ever even stand a chance of failing at. I don't know how I suck to this sheer degree, but, you know what? I'm not even really surprised. What do we got over here? We have a corridor. How exciting. Not only a corridor with at least 5 rocks in it. Oh boy, and it's shit. Never mind, I'm no longer excited about this corridor. It's the worst corridor I think I've ever, ever, ever experienced. And I've seen some shitty corridors in my time. Where am I supposed to go? Did I come from here, or did I come from... I definitely came from there. So I gotta go this way. This is a massive-ass dungeon. For no reason. You have no reason to be this sheer level of large, but you absolutely are. Huh. I can't really complain because I have to admit you look pretty interesting. For something with no lore, other than there's an insane old lady that used to live here and now she's probably corpse. I mean, it's really interesting looking. Like, what is this big fucking chasm for? Why do you exist? What have you done with your entire fucking life? Nothing, apparently, but I don't know, it seems like fucking something. Whatever. Let's make our way in here and hopefully find said old lady again. Maybe even have to end said old lady. Actually, I would be really sad about that. She seems like a pretty cool girl. No, 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 no! I didn't mean to switch to Meteor! I was trying to save that for that arsehole, but apparently it makes no fucking difference anyway, because she didn't even bother to come and fight me. Never mind! It's a regular fake order. You mean the one in the middle, the one in the actually cool place, was the weak one? Or is a dude just off in a corner, sad, crying, and wanking all alone? He was the badass. Okay. And by badass, I mean a dude who I could still end in one attack, but I mean, you could probably maybe stand a chance against a toddler. A toddler who is, you know, like the run to the litter. If you find a big fucking thick boy toddler, then that's not a good sentence. Then I don't think you'd really stand a chance. But I mean, if they've got an ounce of muscle on them, you're still fucked. But I mean, I'm sure you can take out at least one, maybe even two if you're lucky. But just stop trying to take on actual grown boys. It's not, no. I keep hitting all the wrong fucking things. I just want to heal. And nearly killed me. Thank fuck for slow-mo. There we go. Alright, what do we got here? Dog shit, but I will take the bark, thank you. And then proceed to probably never use it in my entire life, because that takes effort. You missed me? Why? How? What is the point in you? I didn't think it'd be possible to miss me. Alright, fine, we're going this way. And what have we got? Ourselves? Nothing. Great. This is one of the most disappointing places I think the game has ever thrown at me. Thanks. Better be something really interesting in this pot other than the thing we need. The longbow of light sounds like it might be worth something, I guess. And I got a dispel, because dispelling's fun. Definitely not gonna get cursed for no fucking reason. There we go. Okay, to be fair, I didn't. So, what do you have to do to that disgusting mammal goo to turn it into thick, fucking solid, crumbly yellow chunks? What fluid were you using? Because I can only assume the worst. I can only assume that white flake has evolved. Or maybe devolved, depending on how the fuck you look at things. Yeah. No thank you. I don't think, what's his name, the old fucking master, the god of blacksmithing, is really going to appreciate you rubbing his legendary sword with some old fucking dog smegma. But, where the hell did you come from? You were supposed to jump cut me. You might want to try sending jump scare me. You might want to try sending actually scary enemies at me then. I launched him into his own trap. And I don't think it worked because it's sort of like a bouncing Betty. It went above him instead of, and I think because he was on the ground, he just took no damage. Which I guess would make sense as to why I survived when I was crouching. But I don't think I've seen that work before. I mean, there's so many ways to get around that. Oh, God. There's so many ways to get around the fucking... Are you serious? Do you want to fucking die extra hard? There are so many ways to get around... Oh, she lives. No! Can I actually finish that sentence now, please? So many ways to get around that fucking, I forgot what I was even saying! Mine in the first place. You really don't need to add another one. You're just making it almost impossible for it to do any damage to you. I say after nearly dying to it quite recently, but shh. It's okay. It's okay. They don't have to know. Oh my god! I was like leaning close to the mic or whatever the fuck. I'm sorry if I screamed while I was still close. I couldn't quite tell. I tried to pull away in time. But, oh, that was truly terrifying. Right, as I was saying, it was useless and everything, and it nearly wipes me out in seconds. Good. That makes me feel like a real man. What do we got over here? What are you doing in the corner over here? That was terrifying. I don't like anything about that. You're all just sitting down, you're having a lovely little chat. And I come along and literally tase you till you bleed, or not bleed, die, which is quite a bit worse than bleeding, to be honest. What do we got over here? I mean, both are still pretty damn bad, but I'd rather have a little paper cut than literally perish right now. Or would I? Paper cuts are pretty fucking horrible. What do we got over here? Sorry, did you just call yourself a tree? I've never looked at you after I've harvested one of these before. Oh no, it looks like a fetus frozen in carbonite. I want none of that. I never want to see any of you again, thank you. There are much easier ways to abort. Trust me, I'm an expert. I, myself, as a young man, have had many abortions. Not like my girlfriends, as in me, myself. There are regularly many things growing inside of me. It's quite horrible. Most of them happen to be tumors, but there's the occasional baby. Oh, God, I thought that was an NPC that I walked right past, but no, just my summon help. Boring! I haven't saved in a while. Niskaru can basically one-shot. I mean, I can one-shot them as well, but, oh, just please stay away forever. Fucking hell. I was trying to get through all of this without fucking regenning. Because my fucking mana barely ever regens. My health doesn't regen in the slightest. I thought we were nearly done. But no, never, ever, ever do that to me again, you monstrosity of a game. In a good way. I love you, Amalur, but wow. You've started really scaring me lately, and that might genuinely kill me as soon as we're out of this fucking thing. Gotta teleport, thank you. Ah! Yet more white flakes. How did you know it was my favorite game? Ow. Okay, well it gives me my lovely fucking favorite resource, and then it immediately tries to remove my head. I guess that's a fair trade. Thanks, buddy. Much appreciated, though I am quite a big fan of my head. If it could stay, then thanks, I guess. That big Healy, all out of mana again. Gonna have to finish the next fucking fight with my murder frisbees. Which I would really prefer not to do, but I guess we haven't really got any choice. What do we got over here? Come on. Just charge up just a little bit more. And get ready to slam into the ground with your giant fucking murder lightning. Come on. Thank you! I mean, I love the murder frisbees and everything. It's just so slow in comparison, which is insane. Because Aleander's Edge is one of the best weapons I think we've ever found. It just basically, weapons suck in this game. How am I always going against the gods of sex? This is why I don't get any anymore. No one in this game loves me, not even Aelin, and I'm pretty sure we were banging before I became the world's first actual goddamn zombie with a brain. Yeah, can't say I particularly blame her there, but at the same time, I mean, come on, girl. Nothing's changed. I'm walking, rotting flesh, but other than that, you know. Gauntlet to the Crucible, you better sell for fuckloads. Because that was a plus 25% armor bonus if I have more than one piece of that. Man, melee boys get it good in this game. Which, I guess melee boys would include, excuse me, I'm still kind of sick. I know I mention it in every session, but then I start being grosser and grosser, so I feel like I need to point it out. But yes, warrior boys, there you go. That's what classes are in every single RPG ever. Not like I play RPGs every single day of my fucking life and have done for several decades, 2 decades of my life, but you know, or anything. I don't know why I'm forgetting the most basic fucking aspects. Alright, where are you having me teleport? Oh yeah, the Sword for the Warsworn. Kind of forgot about that. My least favorite group of the Warsworn across the entire game, and that's saying a lot, considering the leader of Helmsguard made me want to rip out my own fucking eyes, and then probably swallow them, and then shit them out, and use them as eyes again. But, I mean, at least it looks really pretty. I mean, most of it is just the heads of the most boring enemies possible. I don't know why exactly you're proud of this, and I don't think it's... Okay, to be fair, that antelope must be the size of this entire fortress to have a head that big. Same goes for the boggart. Where did you find these absolute chunguses? Fucking hell. Alright, but yeah, I mean, it's just, it's a really, really beautiful stronghold, and it's by far my favorite aesthetically out of all the Warsworn, but everything else is so sad and depressing. Everyone talks, that's so boring. You know what? No, they don't. It's literally only the leader bitch. And I know they're sort of saying it as if, oh, she's a lady of few words. That doesn't mean she has to sound just like the most mundane person of all time. Just a voice like this. Even people of few words will probably, you know, have some authority if they are the leaders. And also, if she's a woman of few words and therefore, by your definition, unbelievably uncharismatic, why is she the leader in the first place? How is she motivating the biggest army of Warsworn the world has ever seen since the first Sworn?
Then let's begin.
Can you maybe praise me? That took forever. At least ruffle my hair a little bit. Put it on the fridge.
Brace yourselves now.
Wait for the smith to finish. And when you say wait for the smith to finish, do you mean I actually have to leave and come back? This man is hammering his own fucking fingers into oblivion. That's all he was. It took 2 seconds.
Aldebeer's blade, strong and whole. As you made this possible, I insist that you take it.
I don't want it.
Deserves a hero's sword.
Yeah, that'd be great
Now,
if I
all done
wasn't
good,
made of literal
I have a
noodles.
clumsy oath of an apprentice to train.
Man, you actually became a half-decent person. You're constantly insulting the poor bastard, but at the same time, like, at least I don't despise you anymore. And yes, I will gladly train in the blackest of smithing. There we go, thank you. And I guess I'll talk to the little guy again. Rigorous training has yielded a permanent increase in your blacksmithing skill. Fuck
That's
yes,
a
because I actually really like
remarkable
blacksmithing
sword I
now.
gave you. Treat it well.
I get the feeling it's actually terrible, but I can't really bring myself to look at it anyway. Can we train again? Why can't we ever do multiple trainings? Oh, you can. Oh no, that's required level 8. Never mind. You just can never train with the same guy ever again. It makes no sense. Like, why is this a thing? It's so annoying. Minotaur.
My work here won't keep me from it. I shall never tire of its open sky or those great red rocks.
I mean, I'm never, ever, ever allowing you to leave. Your NPC is now forever trapped here. Your soul is forever trapped here. And it is all by my hand! But, you know, go fuck yourself. Gavroche.
The boy
Is he as terrible as he
a new
seems?
blade of grass, but he's got an eye and an arm. He'll learn yet.
So do most people, my friend. So does literally everyone else in this entire fucking world, unless they are severely disabled. You also plan to train, like, every other one of us 8 billion fucking humans on the planet? Because, sure, why not? Go for it.
I
Blacksmithing.
swore I'd never take another student, but for you and Gavroche here, I'd make an exception.
Aw, you're going against your entire fucking mantra in life just because I bought you some dog smegma. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Should I make some chakrams? Kind of really want to make some chakrams, if only I had some half-decent discs. Let's at least see. Oh, I could put poison damage on it. I can buff crit damage. I believe that's all around and not just with the weapon, so that would be cool. Don't really give a fuck about Murgun. Nah, it's not worth making right now. I don't know why they need handles either, but I guess that's just not worth questioning. Talk to me, Gavroche.
I've got weapons and armor for sale. Only the finest.
Suddenly you're a cocky little scumbag, huh? Apprentice.
Imagine me, apprenticed to the hermit smith.
He's got a fucking name, you know.
I swear there's nothing he doesn't know. Things he does with a flick of the wrist turn me into a bellowing troll.
What? What the fuck does that mean? What is he doing to you with a flick of his wrist? Don't answer that. I don't want to hear your bellowing. Because most of us would call that a cum sound. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. I don't know what I want to do now, to be honest. We can go to the mountain prison. I am very, very, very into the Warsworn missions right now. I think it's fucking awesome. And I don't think, in a very long time, I have experienced just a regular-ass fighters guild, like just beefy boy clan, being this interesting. Because, for the most part, I'm sure you guys will agree, you know, take Oblivion's Fighters Guild. By far the most painfully boring guild in that game. It's not painfully boring. By far the most average sort of generic guild in that game, for example. And I mean, every game that has a Thieves Guild is pretty damn generic, but most games tend to do much better things with their Thieves Guild than just their big, thick daddy guild with all the armor in the world, you know? For example, I also think the Companions, which is arguably better than Oblivion's Fighters Guild, I think, in Skyrim, obviously. I think they are probably the most boring faction in Skyrim as well, which is a shame because they're not awful and they have some cool lore behind them, but whatever. I think neither the Fighters Guild nor the Companions or anything like that or any other sort of RPG in that vein that I can think of that has a big lad clan, I think this game might genuinely do it the best out of all of them. And I'm really surprised by that. I'm really enjoying the Warsworn. Spider Season I can do. I don't even remember who this is for. Oh, is this just for the big board of doom? Will the board smile upon me if I kick the shit out of those eight-legged scumbags? I think it will. I think it will. I also do need to deliver that package. I need to search for this man. And I think that's what we'll do next, just because, why not, I guess. House of Valor is over there, Felfire Pit. I think we'll go to the Felfire Pit, because going to the House of Valor will take me inside of that, and then I'll get addicted to kicking the shit out of really angry boys with our resident alcoholic asshole again. And I could have said alcoholic arcanist, and it would have been so much funnier. Oh, I have ruined my own fucking existence. I'm so sorry, everyone. Alright, let's make our way over here. It wouldn't have been funny, it just would have been ever so slightly witty, and I would have been vaguely proud of myself. What the fuck? Really? You can dodge my cool attacks? It's so rare that an enemy bothers to dodge anything I do. And I'm a slow boy, like the chakrams aren't fast weapons. The staff is the opposite of a fast weapon. But I guess it does cover a lot of ground. I don't know. Let's use the stone.
Life offers two choices. Fight or die. Those who choose to live face conflict. It is the natural balance of this world. The weeds preclude the flower's bud. The spider's web arrests the fly. The water carves the rock. In the dry wastes of the Tyr, in the land known as Ulcerund, the House of Valar became the home of this primal force.
So, it seems like, excuse me, it seems like all of their guilds or houses, whatever the hell you want to call it, was started in a, oh god, are you dead? I can't tell. Maybe she's having a lovely little corpse-like sunbathe. Who doesn't want to get a tan for the afterlife? No, you're very much dead, aren't you? Uh-oh. Why? Edric's staff. He's also got a lovely little recipe for me. What a lovely boy. Poison thing, this thing, where the fuck's your staff, you asshole? It's not on you. Oh, it's right there. It just didn't show up as green, so I didn't get excited. Is that literally it? You died some sprites? Are you proud of yourself, you tiny, tiny little man? And you're not even a gnome, from what I can tell. You don't even have any right to be tiny. You bastard! Yeah, there are many laws in this world against humans being short. What were you? You definitely weren't a gnome. You just look like the most generic NPC humanly possible. But yeah, Lunala's cap on a random one of you? Fuck yeah, I'm taking. Oh, it's Finesse. Never mind, you suck. I'm still taking it, though. But yeah, it seems like every single one of their houses sort of based on a tenet of their own nature. Whether that's nature in general, or just sort of the instincts they had when they were first born into this fucking world as immortal, terrifying blue boy gods. And that instinct is just the primal urge to fight and dominate and be the apex predator or whatever the fuck. Right? And I like that. I like that the House of Valor, because at first it seemed like it sort of went against, sort of like, you people? No, you are also against me. I was wondering why, I hadn't hung out with you guys before. Oh, you're an actual person.
The sands are unkind to mortals.
So I guess you're just a random-ass fighter. But yeah, I was wondering, like, doesn't the House of Valor sort of go against very, very basic principles of being Fae? And, like, not wanting death to happen? And just, you know, because they never really they never went to war or anything like that. Maybe because they were taking out all their fucking frustrations in the pit of doom right there. But, I don't know. I guess they still do have the primal urges that any other mortal race would have as well, even though they look down on the mortals for acting out on it. I guess they look down on the mortals for acting out on it because the mortals actually can die. Doesn't really matter if you get your head ripped off like a few times as a Fae, because you'll come back 5 minutes later and everything will be fine, right? Who the fuck are you? No! Go away! Forever! Don't like! You lived? Oh, you're a fucking mage. I hate everything about you then. Get the fuck out of my house. I love having random Fae just hanging around as like sentinels keeping me alive all the damn time. I mean, they suck ass in every possible fucking fashion, but at least they're trying, and that's all that matters. Back to Ironfar's Keep. No, I'm definitely not putting you guys through that again. I'm not putting myself through that again either. Need to deliver that. Need to steal a fucking clan totem for some reason, and that is much closer to Odessa. In fact, it almost looks like it leads to Odessa. I don't think it possibly can. It would be dumb if there's just a kobold tunnel leading into the most badass settlement we have come across so far. But wait, where am I? Oh, I'm in such an annoying area, aren't I? To go all the way around there. Need to loop around that giant fucking spiral. All the way out into... Is it that area? I can't tell if I need to... I think to get there I need to be down low though, but maybe I can loop around there and everything will be fine. I don't know. All I know is the desert absolutely despises my very existence and wants to make every aspect of my life hell. And it is 100% succeeding. Good job, buddy. What do we got over here? Oh, fuck! Okay, that's fine. I actually need to murder you. Just please stop jump scaring me. I hate everything about you. That's not what I tried to do. Why didn't you let me switch up? You monster! Now this should hopefully be more than enough spider stingers, especially if they're gonna keep spawning out of literally nowhere. Okay, much appreciated, I guess. Get the fuck out. Oh, every single one of them dropped something. Really? This is a mission. This is a mission worthy of the Warsworn. Get into 2 fights with spiders. Oh boy. Okay, you're done forever. Bye now. Wait, do I have enough or do I need one more? I think maybe I just need one more from this lovely fellow's anus. And everything will be fine if the quest log wants to fucking catch up. Please? Maybe? How long is this gonna take? It didn't even register. Fantastic job, game. Yeah, we're done. Collect the contract. Ah! Where am I? I covered a surprising amount of ground there. It seems to sort of want me to go down there. Sorry for constantly going into my map and back out again, but I have the worst sense of direction humanity has ever been fucking cursed with. And, well, I'm sure you guys all realize that by now. Is it this one right here? I can't tell. There's also something off in this direction. Just tell me to plant my reagents. That leads to Apotia, which sounds absolutely terrifying, and I'm not really sure why. Surprising lack of side missions in this place, though. Makes sense. I mean, there's not going to be a whole lot of settlements in this dry, arid murderer of a desert, but I would have liked a little bit more. I like having myself a house out here and everything, but I don't know. I mean, we've been here for like, what, 3 sessions, maybe more? It's nowhere near as much as Daylantar, but maybe it's sort of catching up with the plains in terms of scale. And then again, it's like half the size of the plains, so what the fuck am I complaining about? Oh my god! That was horrible. I didn't even get a chance to move out the way. I stealth killed them with a star falling from the sky. Because that makes all the sense in the world. Spellguard, somehow a cool name, but it's an absolute piece of shit. I mean, that isn't much of a cool name, is it? If that's exciting me, then no wonders why my standards seem to be so fucking low. Alright, let's make my way through here. And my standards aren't low. I just genuinely do adore this game. It's really fucking cool. And I mean, a lot of people could say it's like a bit bloated in terms of its side missions and everything, but I do feel like almost all the side missions I play, and I mean also, because there is shit like the contract boards, which I find mundane ever so slightly, and it is clearly the most boring of the missions available. But it's still something. It's still worthwhile. It's just, it fleshes it out so much more. It feels like such a living, breathing world. And I'm just having so much more fun with the side missions in this game, which you could argue there are too many, or there are a fucking lot of them, than a game like Dragon Age Inquisition, that had, well, to be fair, that game has the worst side content I think I've ever played in my entire fucking existence. So, maybe not the fairest of comparisons, but at the same time, fuck you, Dragon Age Inquisition. It's so sad because that game has such a good main story in a lot of places. But, companions, fucking side quests, dumbing down of the RPG system in a BioWare game? What are you doing? Okay, to be fair, BioWare have been doing that for the last, like, ever since Neverwinter Nights? So it's not really a surprise, but fucking hell, like, Inquisition is barely even an RPG anymore. Time to stop complaining about random games that aren't even slightly related to this, and carrying the fuck on.